China on Friday responded to Attorney General William Barr's warnings to American business leaders the day before against promoting policies favorable to Beijing, saying it will not be bullied. They make this sound like it's a playground. Haya Chunying, a spokesman for the Chinese Foreign Ministry, said China's primary concern is improving its citizens' lives and keeping global stability and peace. As an independent sovereign state, China has the right to safeguard its own sovereignty, security, and developmental interest, to defend the achievements made by the Chinese people with hard work, to refuse any bullying and injustice against China, and to fight back against malicious slander and attacks by the US against China. Liao said at a daily briefing. Barr's speech in Michigan on Thursday amplified Trump administration criticisms of Beijing's handling of the, I'm not going to say its name, the virus pandemic, accusing the country of hoarding personal protective equipment PPE in March and of attempting to hack American universities and businesses to steal research related to a vaccine for the virus. The People's Republic of China is now engaged in economic blitzkrieg, an aggressive orchestrated whole of government, indeed whole of society campaign to seize the commanding heights of the global economy and to surpass the US as the world's preeminent superpower, Barr said. Hua called Barr's accusations of cyber theft absurd, which they were, asserting that China's preeminence in research development of vaccines makes stealing data unnecessary, because everyone knows that China is in a leading position in the research and development of new virus vaccines. We have first-class scientific research personnel, and we do not need to gain a leading position with theft. China, like many other countries, is racing to develop an effective virus vaccine. So this is another example of paranoia being spread. As far as Barr's speech is concerned, we have no evidence that China hacked into, it's funny. First, the Democrats say that Russia hacked the US for this stupid election, the previous one, and apparently they're trying to do it with this one as well. Now China's hacking us to get the cure for a virus. But, let's pretend that's true. Is it really a bad thing if they were to get the cure? Like, does it really matter who came up with it? If it cures people, whether they live in the US or China, and it's achieved through some, thieving means, doesn't the end result justify the means? If it actually assists with healing people. And again, I'm not trying to say I believe China actually did this. I'm just saying that of all the things that they would be trying to steal, that would not be the worst thing in the world. I think getting a cure for a deadly disease that has killed over 100,000 Americans, let alone all the other people in the world it's killed, would not be a bad thing in the slightest. But again, this is just Barr being paranoid and hoping to ratchet up some support for screwing with China, because they're in a very difficult position where they basically are trying to make a reasonable way to be combative with a country that hasn't been at war in 40 years. So I wouldn't take him seriously. He's just another individual who's trying to have their own interpretation of the law, and China hasn't broken any.